Hello otters, welcome back to the Raft. It's been a while since I've uploaded any videos, and for that I apologize. At the end of this video I will explain why. And for now we're going to jump right into looking at record number 4 of our Genwunners Are They Right files. If you missed any of the previous videos, click on the annotation that's on your screen right now to look at those. But assuming you have, let's look at the results, the summaries from those past videos. On our tally page, we see that so far every Generation 1 Pokemon has scored a 2 or above. That means its score on its design meets almost perfectly the criteria given by Genwunners themselves, whereas Pokemon from later generations, generations 2 through 6, have received mixed results, with almost every single one of them falling right in the middle, between getting 0 points and getting 2 points, which is where the Genwunners are. For Generation 6 Pokemon this week, we have Greninja, the Ninja Pokemon number 658. He has received a mixed mark for anatomy. He has received his coloring score as being complex and plastic, which makes sense to me. I mean, those bubble-like things on his knees and elbows and stuff, they're just abrupt. There's no real fading or reason to having the yellow between its fingers and on his head. Why is it yellow on the side, blue on the inside? It is kind of plastic, and its details are right in the middle. There are a lot of physical feature details, again, those bubbles on the knees, but there's also details that come from color. So, yeah, Greninja gets a score of 1 from half a point in anatomy and half a point in some details. Our Generation 5 Pokemon for record number 4 is Darmanitan, the blazing Pokemon number 555. His anatomy is considered detailed and realistic. Looks like an ape without a head, but it looks like an ape still. His coloring is considered to be in the middle, with some spots being blended well and other spots being kind of plastic and not blended. Particularly his eyebrows, not really blend at all. His details are in his physical features, which does come to eyebrows. They are detailed. He does have the details on his chest, the details on his paws, which is right in his hands. Those cuffs are detailed. It's not just a clean cut where the paw starts or the hand starts and the arm ends. So that gives Darmanitan a score of 2.5, which is the highest score we've gotten for any Generation 5 Pokemon to date. Our Generation 4 representative is our first legendary in the series and is Uxie. Uxie? I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Yeah, but Uxie is the knowledge Pokemon and is number 480. Uxie, surprisingly to me, scored a perfect 3. Considered detailed and realistic in its anatomy when you consider that it's based off of a pixie. Its coloring is simple and blended. Yeah, there's that abrupt stop, but it makes sense. Its face and everything is blended. Its body is blended. And its details are definitely in its physical features. So, again, Uxie gets our first perfect score of 3, and it is not a Generation 1 Pokemon. Our Generation 3 representative in record 4 is Duskull, the Requiem Pokemon, number 355. And I got this note here that says, from our neutral party, that this Pokemon looks like barf. It doesn't look like anything. So if anything, it's simple and toy-like in its anatomy. Its coloring is not all that complex, so it's pretty simple. And again, based on that barf comment, he said there doesn't seem like there's much color and there doesn't seem like there's much physical features. It's just kind of bleh. It's right in the middle, which gave the barf Pokemon, according to our neutral party, I like Duskull, but whatever, a score of 1.5. Pretty good for those types of remarks. Our Generation 2 rep is Sunflora, the Sun Pokemon, number 192. It is considered to be simple and toy-like, which surprised me, but it was pointed out that the belly is kind of bulging. Plants don't have thick, fat bellies like that. Its coloring, though, is simple and blended well, and its details are in its physical features, giving Sunflora a solid score of 2, especially for a Generation 2 Pokemon. That is a great score. Generation 1, we are looking at Genwunners' Pride Alakazam, the Psy Pokemon, number 65. And Alakazam, like Uxie before him, or her, received a perfect score. His anatomy is detailed and realistic. His coloring is simple and blended, and his physical features, that is where the details lie. Except for one thing of note, the neutral party, he asked me, why is Alakazam holding drumsticks? I explained that those are spoons. He didn't get it. It's because of the psychic things. He still didn't really get it, but whatever. Those aren't drumsticks, so that makes me a little surprised that he got details and physical features when he couldn't even tell what those physical things were. But I guess those aren't the Pokemon itself, it's something the Pokemon is holding and utilizing. So, there you have it. Let's tally up our totals. And this has really been a game changer week because we had our first perfect scores. And one of those perfect scores was a Gen 1 Pokemon. But we also had a perfect score from a Pokemon from Generation 4. After Pokemon was well enforced, and after Genwunners say that Pokemon really went downhill. So it's really hard to say that Genwunners are right based on the data we have. It looks like there's a pretty even spread. Though you could argue that the designs are getting worse because in Generations 5 and 6, there are no scores higher than a 2. And in Generation 6, everything so far is a 1 or below, or 1.5 or below. So it's possible we still need a lot more data, and we're going to get that data by continuing with record number 5. Please, I'm excited to share with you guys record number 5, but for this episode, this record, please let me know what you guys think. What do you like? What do you like about the analysis that was given? Where do you disagree? Do you understand? Do you think Genwunners are right? Are you starting to think that? If you want to learn more about me, Kai the Otter, hit that ostrowat. Just click on his face or somewhere on him, and you'll be sent to a video that will introduce me a little bit. If you want to watch more of my videos, click the link around on the right of your screen where it says Lean Sheet Crystal Heart Relock, where you can go and watch my relock that I'm playing through with my wife, Lean Sheet. We're having a lot of fun with that. We should be having a new episode coming up very soon. Sorry for the delay. Speaking of the delay, let me tell you a little bit about what has been going on. I am looking for a job right now, and over the last week I've had a lot of different interviews which have taken precedence over my series. I love doing this, but it's in no way a job for me, so I need a real job, and I'm making a lot of progress in that front, but because I'm in the thick of figuring that out, things are going to be a little hectic, a little less regular than I would like them to be for a little while. I appreciate the patience you guys show me in figuring these things out and getting these videos to you, and I really do, once again, as always, appreciate your support. If you're new, please subscribe. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're already having a lot of fun on this channel, and we're going to have more. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, show me that you want to see more about what makes Genwunners right and or wrong, and thank you again. Comment below, let me know what you're thinking. Also, one other thing, my Pokemon Coliseum randomized Paralock is going to be put on hold for a couple more weeks at least. It's still just too buggy. I don't trust running all the software I need to do it on my computer right now. I'm hoping we'll bring that back. It probably won't be any time too soon. Sorry about that for those of you that really like that series. So thank you very much. Once again, I am Kai the Otter. Play hard and train on.